Hi, my name is Shayna Hammer. I am a behavioral therapist based in Los Angeles, California, and this story is called My New Part-Time Job. Hi. So my funny story takes place in Israel on Birthright. And if you don't know, Birthright is a super awesome program for young Jewish Americans to skip out on their parents, their helicopter parents who want them to be lawyers and doctors, and go to Israel. Go to Israel for 2 weeks. It's amazing. And it's really cool because you get to see like the whole country, which is very doable because if the world is my hand, then Israel is that little birthmark. And I guess that one would be like Lesotho or like Mozambique. Anyway, so it's a small country and you get to see a lot of it. And we went to Jerusalem, and in Jerusalem is the Western Wall. And the Western Wall is the only remaining part of the ancient temple that the Israelites used to pray in. And it was destroyed by people who don't like temples, you know? And then we built it again, and then more temple-hating people came, and then I think we gave up, you know? Tried to kill us, we survived, let's eat. That's kind of the Jewish motto. We gave up, it's fine. But we have this wall, we have this Western Wall, and it's really incredible because it's, you can see the arc of civilization. The beginning, the very low part is like the rocks of like, Reed, you have any more like stones? Put the stones in the holes, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then like a millennia later, you've got like, and then finally you have the limestone rectangular rock at the top. It's beautiful. And we were let loose in front of the wall for 20 minutes. And I have OCD, I'm very spiritual. I knew I was gonna have the perfect spiritual moment in front of this great Western Wall, and I approached it. You could like hear the choir, the whole like, you know, in the background. And I approached it, and I was about a foot away. I did this thing where I kind of crouched down because I was like, you know, oh, I can't, the holiness. And I kind of reached out to touch the wall because I knew that the moment I touched it, I would get my letter to Hogwarts, you know, like magic would happen. So I was there and I was doing this, and this woman comes by and she's like, what is this? And I'm like, what? And I remembered the one phrase that I would use almost every day of that trip, which was, Slicha ani leodea ma את אומרת. It means I don't have a clue what you just said. And I went back to it. I went back to Hogwarts, and she was like, what about, and I was like, oh my gosh. She kept talking. She really needed something. Okay. So we stand there for like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't speak her language. She doesn't speak my language. And she's gesturing to her kids. She takes me over to the kids, and she's got a baby. And I think she wants me to watch her children. And I say, shirutim, like bathroom? Like, do you need to go to the bathroom? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. And I think, well, you know, what do Americans do in foreign countries? We do stupid things. That's what we do. So yes, give me the baby. You know, I took the baby. Yes, have it. It's like a 3-month-old. And I don't know the Heimlich, but this feels right. And she steps a few feet away, and she takes out a prayer book and she starts praying. Oh, that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to start praying. And I'm like, well, you know, I gotta check in with my birthright group in like 5 minutes. But now I have a baby, so circumstances have changed a little bit. And fortunately, she's quick. And I'm like, okay, gave her back the baby. We're all good. And she paid me. She gave me a 20. No, she gave me 20 shekels, which is the equivalent of $7 maybe, almost. And I came back to my group and I go to my friend Alana and I'm like, look, I got paid. She says, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm babysitting. It's a hot spot. She's like, look, how much did you get? I'm like, 20 shekels. She's like, that's a good rate. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna increase it for the Jewish high holidays. Like, this is my new thing. Although we had to immediately go and I never got to touch the wall. But I figure I did get to do something that I'll never get to do again, which is stand in a public square and hold a random person's child. So I feel like that was the height of my life, 22, you know, and now we're just on the downhill. So